The head coach of your San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich. That is your San Antonio Spurs.
Two survivors in the West meeting here in the conference semifinals, game one. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Clint Capella's game is based on activity. He said, I'm going to outwork you the whole game. Maybe it's not on social media, but it's efficient. I'm not thinking I want to look nice or I want to make a nice move. I'm thinking about dominating the paint. Guys, I'm thinking about dominating sideline reporting.
You already do. You and he are winning players. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards is out there with Conley. Then there's Towns, and it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Moore in at the three, the small forward. And for the Spurs, they've got Simmons. Anthony out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Griffin in at the small forward. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Here's Simmons. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Capella, the pass to Hart. Pass to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Towns. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got the first points up on the board for San Antonio. Simmons against Conley. Here's Edwards. Here's the drive. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here is Edwards. Moore outside.
Who's watching here?
There's the pass to Gobert. Jacks up a three. The shot comes out, so the Spurs will take it the other way. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Edwards. Down low. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Anthony in the corner. To the paint. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
No good for Moore.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
It's stolen by Edwards. To the inside. And Towns throws it down.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Passes it to Hart. And another turnover here by San Antonio. And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
And looking to stop this run and get back. on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Conley feeling it out. Outside Edwards. Pass to Conley. The dish now to Towns. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Towns has got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. Rudy Gobert, 3rd. And, of course, Clint Capella.
Those two have been really aggressive in the paint so far this postseason. They've provided the kind of rebounding you need in this atmosphere.
Pass to Hart. And the pass to Carmelo. Just 5 on the clock. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Anthony's got his 2nd basket. Timberwolves leading by 4. Conley with it. And Gobert gets to Conley. Lets a floater go. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Free throw good. Hart.
And Hart, the last pick of the first round in that 2017 draft. And not sure why so many teams passed on this talented young man, but boy, he is terrific.
Oh, here's Edwards. And Capella sends it back. Simmons against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Conley dishes to Edwards. Moore outside. Pass to Towns. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And Simmons has got the ball here for San Antonio. Outside Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
You know, what you love about that is Melo is in complete command whenever he pulls a move off like that.
Timberwolves trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line. First one drops.
Well, he spent 1 year in college at Kentucky, yet Karl Anthony Towns has made such a smooth transition to the NBA. His ascension, guys, has been really remarkable.
And Towns drops them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
It's stolen by Edwards. For the finish, and Edwards with the stuff.
And you cannot deny Edwards' pure speed, running the floor like a man on a mission.
Outside Anthony. Conley with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Edwards passes to Towns. And the officials call traveling violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
San Antonio trailing here. Simmons passes to Hart. Back to Simmons. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Griffin the bounce pass. 5 on the clock. Simmons inside. Edwards defending. Off with the layup. And good that time. Edwards got 6.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Lets it go. It's in there. Conley with the assist. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
As something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
Here's Conley. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Hart. Here's Capella. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Great initiative from Capella there. Seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
San Antonio shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That's good from Capella. All free throws good from Capella.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Now here's Edwards. 8 points for him. Towns finds more. And here is Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Spurs trail by 3. Outside Griffin. Pass to Simmons. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots. Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now here's Moore. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Conley. Here he goes. No good that time. For San Antonio, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Hart kicks to Simmons. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination.
Worth the price of admission.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Pass to Capella. Moore against Griffin. The pass to Simmons. Capella trying to free himself up. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, and Simmons is used to being in tight spots. So clever at finding ways out of them.
And the Timberwolves call time. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
San Antonio with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Oladipo, the pass to Westbrook. Favors trying to break free. Can't get the reverse layup to fall. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Favors. Westbrook surveying the D. Hands of the Timberwolves with another turnover. Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Westbrook. Now here's Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes to McLaughlin. Shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Oladipo, good.
Well, you can tell that over time, Oladipo has gained more and more confidence in his scoring ability, especially that close to the 10.
Here's Alexander Walker. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Pass to Reed. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Graham finds Westbrook. Oladipo outside. Pass to Westbrook. Ball's knocked loose. And again, San Antonio turns it over. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Griffin. Anderson outside. Lock at 6. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Knocked away. Graham kicks to Westbrook. And he drives in, and Westbrook throws it down.
If Westbrook senses even a sliver of space, he is going to attack the cup.
Timberwolves leading by 3. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. The pass to Alexander Walker. Over Westbrook. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Graham finds Westbrook, driving the lane. Anderson with the block, and he recovers it. Graham, the pass to Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Griffin, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's McLaughlin. Puts it up from 12.
And good defensive focus there from Griffin, not allowing the shooter to get by him.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
Minnesota in the lead. They've got Favors. Griffin is out there with Oladipo. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Vassell in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. The Spurs shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And Westbrook, here we go. And that one, good. Westbrook's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Spurs. Griffin against Anderson. Passes it to Reed. And Griffin sends it back.
And how about the timing there? Griffin using that athleticism on the defensive end to block it.
Here's Vassell. Now Westbrook. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
We know that Russell Westbrook will have the ball in his hands and initiate their offense. And how about that superior passing?
Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Griffin. Pass to Reed, 5 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. Reed's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Favors finds Oladipo. And here's Westbrook. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's the pass to Alexander Walker. Pulls from the top of the key. Favors with the rebound. The Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. It's Westbrook with the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 4-point San Antonio lead for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. And Anderson slams it in.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Vassell. After the basket by Minnesota. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Passes it to Towns. Fires from deep. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Towns has got 13.
On the catch and shoot, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Simmons finds Griffin. Back to Simmons. Inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Towns. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Griffin. And here's Griffin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Vassell. Offline with his 3. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Defended by Griffin. Here's Moore. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. San Antonio leading. Here's Griffin. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul. Minnesota's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Down low, here's Towns.
Yeah, the hustle from Simmons on D, it becomes infectious. He brings his all on every possession.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Out to Conley. Defended by Griffin. Goes up again. Conley's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Back to Griffin. Outside Westbrook. Here's Simmons. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Towns. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Vassell. Defended by Gobert. And the basket by Vassell.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Outside Conley. Kicks to Gobert. More outside. Towns, the pass to Conley. Gobert trying to get open. Conley's shot is off.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and it's good. 2 points. Westbrook's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The pass to Towns. To the inside. Knocked loose. Griffin with the steal. Simmons with it. He's got 6 to the paint. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Griffin. Anthony comes in for Ben Simmons. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Devin Vassell. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Edwards is checked in. Outside Anthony. This one for 3. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not sure Rudy Gobert left the floor to finish that dunk, but boy, what power.
Graham against Conley. Now here's Graham. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Hart the pass to Capella. Back to Hart. Graham against Towns. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Graham against Conley. Here's Towns. Out to Edwards. With the second effort, basket counts.
You know that old expression, you can't teach size, but Gobert showing great effort as well. I love that he creates second chance opportunities.
Now here's Hart. Outside Anthony. Graham surveying the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Anthony. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Timberwolves trail by 6. Bounce pass Conley. To the paint. Here's Towns over Anthony. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Anthony.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Well, they've been strong in the post so far tonight as well, and you always need inside offense.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Graham. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Anthony. Pass to Hart. Pass to Carmelo. Over Towns. Count it from 12. Anthony's got 8 points.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
Here's Conley. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Griffin passes to Capella. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Gobert dishes to Edwards. And Anthony sends it back.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Bring him against Conley. Anthony left side. Shot clock at 6. Towns against Griffin. Here's Anthony. Second chance shot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Edwards looking it over. That shot off. That's the Spurs taking it the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, he's not settling. Melo taking it to the D and making himself get to the free throw line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from Anthony. San Antonio making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. So Anthony nails both of them.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Here's Edwards, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Anthony's shot is off. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Now here's McDaniel. Defended by Hart. Here's Henderson. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Spurs leading by 6. He takes it in. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And doing a really solid job getting that ball inside. Much more of a physical presence here in the second.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Oladipo, he's checked in for Javonte Green. Timberwolves trail by 8.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Outside Edwards. And he converts the layup. Edwards got 12 in the game.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Got it off in time. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy monies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
We'll see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Checking out the Spurs. They've put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly been the better team controlling the flow. By no means is it a runaway, but they've put themselves in a great position. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They found a slight edge on the board, and they've done it with nothing but raw determination. I mean, look, they've got talent, but the passion is there, and that separates these guys. They're simply refusing to give up possession.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. He's an intimidating force when he's at his best.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Anthony Edwards. Gobert is out there with Towns. Then it's Conley, and it's Moore in at the small forward position. Here's Simmons. Michael Conley making his last shot. Simmons passes to Griffin. To the inside, Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. So he comes up empty at the line. Inside, here's Towns, and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
So it's Minnesota now. Edwards passes to Moore. Over in the corner, Conley.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Shot clock at 5.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Simmons against Towns. And the rejection by Towns. Moore against Anthony. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves trail by 4. Towns gets to Conley. over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Towns. Shoots over Griffin. Tries again. And Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 17 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Outside Anthony. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. So it's San Antonio now. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Well, Towns showing himself to be a willing facilitator. If you're open, he's going to find you.
Capella inside. Gobert on him. Now here's Simmons. Defended by Gobert. Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Derek Favors checked in for San Antonio. And Edwards drops them both. Now Simmons. He has 6. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside Griffin. Pass to Simmons. Clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simmons got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half, and now 1 for 5.
Now the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. He's off on that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. He'd gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Capella, the pass to Griffin. Shot from the wing. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Griffin's got his first bucket of the night. Moore outside. Back to Conley. Here's Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got 7 points here in this quarter.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And stolen by Simmons. Back to Capella. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Capella's got 8 points. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Now here's Conley. The quick look, no good that time.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Hart the pass to Capella. Gobert pulls it in. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Conley. Passes it to Towns. Rebound San Antonio. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Griffin finds Hart. A 3-ball. Good on the 3-point shot. He's got 6.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Pass to Towns. Over Favors, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Towns.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now Now here's Simmons. He gets that one. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
And that's where Simmons wants to operate as a scorer. Foul line down.
And here is Conley. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end. Certainly, he cannot buy a bucket right now.
Nice play by Simmons. So good at switching gears with the ball in his hand.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Edwards inside. Capella covering.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. San Antonio leading by 4. Graham, the pass to Westbrook. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Westbrook double team. Outside for Griffin. 2 on the clock. There's 3 pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. McLaughlin, the pass to Moore. Pass to Reed. From 13. Rebound San Antonio. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Westbrook, guarded by Reed. And it's Graham missing. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Graham defending, banked in off the glass. Now just a 2-point San Antonio lead. Westbrook passes to Favors. Griffin dishes to Westbrook. Going inside and finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Bounce pass from Westbrook. Just his first attempt. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Moore with the bucket. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Graham, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Vassell. And the pass to Westbrook. Favors trying to break free. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Reed takes to Moore. Passes it to Reed. Moore outside. And a miss there on the triple. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 16 in the 3rd quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Pass to Vassell. From outside the arc. And they get it back. Outside for Griffin. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Spurs. And Stevenson comes in for Devontae Graham. Minnesota also making some changes. McDaniels, he's checked in for Moore. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Jordan McLaughlin.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for San Antonio. Clint Capella comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Vassell. Here's Alexander Walker. And Capella over to help. Here's Reed. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Capella finds Anthony. Now here's Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Just 4 to shoot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. 59 seconds left in the third. Pass to McDaniels. Floats one up. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Devontae Graham's checked in for Oladipo. Edwards has come in for Minnesota. Long range from the inbound. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to be Lance Stevenson. The Timberwolves made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And he's good on the first of 3. Simmons checked in for the Spurs. Victor Oladipo comes in for Lance Stevenson. Good on the second free throw. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Here's Simmons, and then jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
The pass to Reed. He kicks it to Edwards. Nice D from Oladipo.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The Timberwolves trail. Anderson finds Edwards. Fires the 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Boy, the ground Russell Westbrook can cover. It's incredible. The speed, the wingspan, breathtaking.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's San Antonio. They lead by 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Simmons is out there with Anthony. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Oh, here's Edwards. Here's Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Rolls up on the elbow. Edwards with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Westbrook, here we go. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
You cannot give Russell Westbrook a lane to the basket. This guy will slam it in your face quicker than you can say boo.
Passes to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Edwards. And stolen by Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Russell Westbrook, an absolute terror, someone who uses his body so well to draw contact.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
And when they've worked the ball into the post throughout this game, they have had success.
Now, the other thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint. Plenty of their points coming from close range.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for San Antonio. Minnesota also with the sub. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Naz Reid.
Well, what you love about Russell Westbrook, yes, he can give you a triple-double every night. But what I love more is the passion and the fact that he gives it to you every single night he plays.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. The long distance three is buried.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Simmons. Takes it inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Towns.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
That's good from Simmons. Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley now comes in for Alexander Walker. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
McDaniels dishes to Conley. Pass to Towns. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Towns has got 21.
Boy, how about the anticipation from Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
Oladipo outside. Now, here's Hart. Edwards defending. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Drills it from outside. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Well, during his career, Oladipo has been a legit threat from deep. You have got to close and challenge that jumper.
And there's the pass to Towns. Dishes it to Edwards. And Simmons with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 5. It's Westbrook with the drive and finished off by Westbrook.
Well, the vision isn't only about passing. Russell sees a driving lane and goes right to it.
Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Conley the pass to Edwards. Kicks it to McDaniels. Westbrook against Conley. Over Westbrook. Conley gets the bucket.
Conley is able in 2 or 3 point range to deliver with the face-up game and does it again.
Simmons passes to Oladipo. Towns with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Oh.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Hart with it. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now, here's McDaniel. He kicks it to Conley. Towns against Simmons. Towns, the pass to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Drives to the hoop. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons, and it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Spurs. It's a 3-point game. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. He dishes it to Conley. From the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Oladipo goes in. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, this guy embraces the opportunity to finish through contact. Oladipo so skilled at keeping his balance.
Passes it to Towns. And here is McDaniel. A kick out to Towns. Edwards inside. Simmons is there. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Hart the pass to Carmelo. Outside Westbrook. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Conley. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Morris checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley, the pass to Towns. Here's Edwards into the lane, and Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Edwards against Simmons. Out to the right wing. Capella kicks to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Conley dishes to Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Outside Conley. Right side Edwards to tie it up. That shot misses. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Simmons against Edwards. Simmons passes to Anthony. Now here's Hart. He's tightly guarded. Count it. And the Spurs lead by 5.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
The feed to Towns. Over Anthony. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Spurs leading by 5. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Towns. Moore with the steal. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now Simmons. Driving to the basket. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley the pass to Towns. And here's Edwards. Back to Towns. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Towns has got 23 points.
Well, this is what makes Towns so dangerous. Pick and roll, pick and pop. He can take you either way off that screen.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. He's got him pretty fired up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now here's Conley. Back to Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. Off target at the rim. Oladipo with the ball. Conley picks him up, and the shot goes down.
And what an important possession. Capella's been in that situation many times before, and he knows the drill.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Towns. Here's the dish to Edwards.
about with Victor Oladipo. Send it back.
Anthony kicks to Oladipo. Capella inside. Moore's there.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
An excellent defender. Whether Simmons is in the post or roaming the perimeter, he's a shot-blocking threat.
Timberwolves trail by 7. It's stolen by Anthony. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. Simmons passes to Anthony. Outside for Simmons. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Moore dishes to Edwards. And there's the drive. And Edwards with the stop.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're in front by 5. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. The Spurs making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Anthony. 6 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Hart. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Beyond the arc. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 8.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. They're trailing by 8. There's 49 seconds left in the game. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Edwards. That one goes. Count it.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
And he commits the intentional foul. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Now, here's Hart. Edwards defending. Griffin. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Simmons against Edwards. And Simmons kicks to Anthony. From past the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Yeah, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together. You know, we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.